Kubarsi injured during Barcelona training after a strong challenge from his captain. FC Barcelona player Pau Kubarsi sustained an injury during a training session with the Catalan team as part of their preparations for the decisive match against Espanyol in La Liga, a match that would officially crown them league champions if they win it. During today's training, Pau Kubarsi suffered an injury to his right knee after a strong challenge from Polish striker Robert Lewandowski. The player fell to the ground suddenly, prompting immediate medical attention to assess his condition. He remained on the ground for several minutes, causing alarm for German coach Hansi Flick, who relies heavily on Kubarsi as a key part of his squad. Afterwards, Pau Kubarsi returned and completed the training session normally, although there is still some concern. The player will undergo medical tests to confirm that he is fully fit. What is Barcelona's position in the La Liga standings? Barcelona currently sits alone at the top of the 2025 La Liga standings with 82 points, holding a 7-point lead over second-placed Real Madrid, their closest pursuer. Hansi Flick's press conference before the Barcelona vs Espanyol match in La Liga. German coach Hansi Flick, manager of FC Barcelona, spoke about the Catalan club's upcoming match against Espanyol as part of matchday 36 of La Liga. Barcelona will face Espanyol tomorrow, Thursday, in the Catalan Derby, part of the 36th round of La Liga, at 10:30 p.m. Cairo time. Barca tops the La Liga standings with 82 points, ahead of second-placed Real Madrid, who have 75 points, while Espanyol is 16th with 39 points. Hansi Flick's press conference before the Espanyol match. The German coach announced that Barca's players are ready for the upcoming match against Espanyol, confirming that the goal is to win in order to secure the La Liga title for the 2024/2025 season. How do you assess Ancelotti's departure from Real Madrid? He did a great job and achieved tremendous success. He is a noble man and one of the most successful people in the world. I wish him the best in his new role. He'll find a great team in Brazil and can continue achieving success there. The pitch invasion by Espanyol fans 2 years ago. Was it discussed in the dressing room? I don't think it's good to dwell on that. We have to fight for the 3 points. I know what happened. I saw it on TV, but no, for me, things must be done with respect. That's all I'll say. We must fight for the 3 points against Espanyol, and then do the right thing. Do you feel guilty or responsible for the many changes at Real Madrid? I don't think about other teams. All my energy is focused on Barcelona. I love working at this club. Our fans are wonderful. I respect them all, and I'm focused on that. That's more than enough work. Will you write a book about the 4 Clásico matches you've played against Real Madrid? I've already written a book, and that's enough. I don't know what else to say. I'm very happy for the fans and for the way we played against Real Madrid. The comeback the players made in that last match was incredible. For 24 minutes, Real Madrid didn't touch the ball in our half. It was unbelievable, and it had a lot to do with the pressure we applied. When I saw the statistics, the players looked like they were in fast forward. I thought it was amazing, and that's very important for them. Ousmane Dembele's comments. After Barcelona's Clásico victory, Ousmane Dembele stopped in front of the French press after PSG's last league match. He was asked to comment on the scene that still dominates headlines around the world. Barcelona, a team many believe to be buried in recent history, rising from the ashes like a phoenix and overpowering Real Madrid in a season reminiscent of the Guardiola era, perhaps even the greatest in modern football. Without dodging the question or resorting to a diplomatic phrase, Dembele took a deep breath, stared at the ground for a moment as if replaying the entire scene in his mind, then said, softly at first, then with growing emotion, "Barcelona? I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's like watching a science fiction film, but painfully real. The team I left after years of doubts, frustrations, injuries, and ups and downs suddenly becomes a merciless machine. A team that doesn't just win, but humiliates opponents, imposes its authority, and rewrites the rules of El Clásico. I don't recognize Barcelona anymore," he added, eyes glistening with a mix of awe and perhaps nostalgia. "I lived inside that club. I lived through tough times, and beautiful ones too. But the truth is, everyone on the inside knew we were missing something fundamental. that collective belief that we could rise again. There was always this sense of a never-ending transition. But what I see today, this isn't transition. This is an earthquake. On Flick and his historic achievement. Hansi Flick? Honestly, I didn't expect all this. When he arrived, I thought it would be the same as always. New coach, new ideas, but the same ending. But he didn't just change the tactics or improve fitness. He revived an identity. He made the players believe that the crest on their chests weighs more than they think. He didn't just build a team. He built a tribe of warriors, one that feeds on pressure and becomes more ferocious with every victory. Matching Guardiola's record by winning his first 4 Clásicos? That's no small feat. Pep did it with Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and Puyol in their prime. But Flick? He started almost from scratch, with a team lacking confidence, with no natural leaders. And still, he turned them into champions. On Mbappe and the harsh defeat. Kylian is a friend, and I know exactly how he deals with pressure. He's not easily shaken. But that match, that last Clásico, even his 3 goals weren't enough to save Madrid. I saw in his eyes a mix of anger and disbelief. He scored a hat-trick in a stadium like Barcelona's Olympic one, and still lost. That kind of thing only happens in a world of madness. It unsettles even the most confident minds. For the first time, he felt that what he brings isn't enough, that a greater beast stood on the other side. Then came the Lamine Yamal moment, and the Mbappe curse. Dembele laughed, but it was a laugh heavy with meaning, like someone reacting to a tragic joke. Lamine? Oh, that crazy kid. You know, when I used to see him at La Masia, I thought he was just another talented kid. But he had something you can't teach. That instinct for decision-making. That fearlessness in front of defenders. That ability to play under pressure like he's in his backyard. And now, people say he's Mbappe's curse? 6 encounters, and Kylian loses 5? Who would have imagined that yesterday's boy would become the constant nightmare of France's living legend? Kylian fears no one, but he respects that kid to the point of tension. He knows he's facing a player who can't be predicted. A player who defies logic, asserts his presence without shouting, without aggression, just with a ball between his feet and a sly smile. On his personal feelings about all this. Dembele sighed, then spoke in a voice that felt almost like a confession. I left because I no longer believed the Barcelona project could stand on its own again. I had exhausted myself trying. The injuries, the inconsistency, the fan pressure, endless comparisons. I just wanted a fresh start. And now, when I see what the team is doing, I feel something strange inside. Not quite regret. More like that feeling when you walk out of a movie before the end, then hear the ending was legendary. I follow them and wish them success. But I do sometimes ask myself, what if I had stayed? Would I have been part of this glory? Or would I still be trapped in the old doubts? He concluded with a serious message. My message to Barcelona: never lose this identity again. You are now more than just a team. You are the inspiration for a new generation of players who believed the golden era was over. And to Lamine Yamal, don't stop. The world always tries to put talent into boxes, into comparisons, into numbers. Don't let them take away your spontaneity. You play as if you were born for these moments. So stay true to yourself, and the world will speak of you for years to come. Dembele's words ended, but their echo lingered. Because this wasn't just a comment. It was the heartfelt testimony of a player who saw the fall with his own eyes, then witnessed the miracle from outside the gates. A painful testimony, but rare, honest, and deeply human. Deco clarifies Lamine Yamal's situation regarding renewal with Barcelona and affirms, "We need new signings." Deco, the sporting director of FC Barcelona, spoke about the future of young star Lamine Yamal amid reports of his imminent contract extension with the Catalan Giants. Yamal has become one of the world's most prominent players and has greatly developed thanks to Barcelona over the past 2 years, becoming a key starter for both the club and the Spanish national team. His current contract expires in the summer of 2026, and thus, Barcelona is keen on extending it to achieve further success in the coming years. Speaking to ESPN, Deco said about Yamal's future, "Players should be happy wherever they are, and I don't see a better place than Barcelona for Lamine to stay." He added, "Yamal is from La Masia. He grew up and developed here, and he's part of a generation that can make history. If I were him, I'd want to stay. I see no issues with renewing his contract, especially since he's already under contract with Barca. The renewal will happen eventually." Deco also pointed to the club's internal assessment of the current season, admitting that the team at times relied heavily on Yamal and his teammate Rafinha on the wings. He continued, "There were moments when we felt we lacked options in the final third. Perhaps we need players with similar capabilities so we don't overly depend on them when they're unavailable." Despite the need to strengthen the squad, Deco praised the current team balance and emphasized the importance of young talents emerging from La Masia. He said, "We have a lot of talent from the academy, and they are ready to step up to the first team." In closing, Deco expressed the club's desire to retain its key players. "I don't think any player is looking to leave. Our focus is on keeping Barcelona strong and finalizing renewals for certain players. Last year we